Mabuhay! This is Miss Jeza Alejo, your teacher in Practical Research 2.
Hi class! So for today, we will going to learn the different characteristics, strengths, and weaknesses of quantitative research. Okay? So this is on your Module 1A. Okay, before we start our lesson, we will have these three objectives. At the end of the lesson, you will define quantitative research. You will describe the characteristics of quantitative research and determine the strengths and weaknesses of quantitative research. But, what is research? Naaalala nyo pa ba? Noong PR1 ninyo, mga panahon ng teacher ninyo ay palaging nagtatanong, what is research? Kabisado pa ba ang definition ng research? Research is the systematic investigation and study of materials and sources to establish facts and reach new conclusions. So when we say systematic, it means that it is organized, it is purposive, at merong design program of activities. There are two kinds of research, the qualitative research and quantitative research. Kung inyong maalala, ang research noong PR1 ninyo ay tama, ito ay qualitative research. So for now, let us differentiate. Ano ang pinagkaiba ng qualitative at quantitative research? Okay, when we say qualitative, it uses words, images, or objects. Diba? More on words, more on textual. Meron itong patterns, features, and themes. Diba? Gumagamit po tayo dito ng interview. Right? Kung naaalala. In qualitative research, dito ay tayo ay nag-explore, nagdi-discover, at nagka-construct. Okay? The setting of your population ay nasa natural setting or sa kanilang natural environment. How about quantitative? Ano ang pinagkaiba ng quantitative research? When you think of a word that describes quantitative, ano pong word yon? Okay, numbers, numerical. Okay, so quantitative research uses numbers and statistics. It uses statistical relationships to explain the data. It describes, explains, and predicts. Okay? So, kung ang ating population ay nasa natural setting in qualitative research, sa quantitative naman sila ay under ng controlled conditions. Okay? How about, when we say quantitative research, it is also known as empirical research. Ang relationships ay established through the collection of numerical data. Kaya nga sinabi natin, quantitative, quantity. So, it is a collection of natural data. Next one, it is a systematic scientific analysis of data and their relationships. And it also focuses on the objective measurements, statistical and mathematical or numerical analysis of information that are collected through what? Through polls, questionnaires, and surveys using statistical treatment. Kung maaalala ninyo in your qualitative research, gumamit rin naman tayo ng survey, pero in a form of interview. Okay. So here are the different characteristics of quantitative research. Una, when we say quantitative research, it means objective. It means tama, accurate ang data. Lahat ng analysis mo ay based on specific concepts, okay? Hindi ito base lamang sa inyong haka-haka. Hindi ito base lamang sa inyong feeling or intuition. When we say objective, meron tayong pinagbabasehan. Kumbaga, ito ay hindi bias. Next one. Quantitative research has clearly defined research question. Okay? When we say clearly defined research question, ang mga researcher dapat alam na agad nila kung ano ang gusto nilang hanapin. Okay? The research questions are well constructed for which objective answers are sought. Okay? So, dapat alam na natin ang ating mga research questions. Next one. Quantitative research ay, syempre, numerical data. Kapag ito hindi nyo pa natandaan, ewan ko na lang, paulit-ulit na, di ba? So, when we say quantitative, it is numerical data. It uses numerical data. Okay? Next one. Okay. Quantitative research ay gumagamit po ng large sample sizes. Syempre po, dahil we are talking about quantity, kailangan natin ng mas maraming population. Okay, sabi dito, to come up with a more reliable data analysis, a normal population distribution curve is preferred. Okay? Para maging mas reliable ang ating data, mas marami dapat ang ating population. Next one, it is replicable. When we say replicable, ano pong ibig sabihin nun? Pwede po siyang maulit. Okay, reliable quantitative studies are often repeated to verify or confirm the correctness of the result in another settings. Okay, ano pang sinasabi? Ma'am, what do you mean replicable? Pwede po siyang ulitin sa iba pang studies. Okay, so data collected from a research purpose can be utilized for the prior study of another research problem. And the last one, future outcomes. Okay, so, syempre po, by using complex mathematical calculations and with the help of computers, then the outcome will be formulated at pwede nating maipredict ang future results. Okay. Now, we move on to the strengths of quantitative research. When we say quantitative research, ito po ay objective. Gaya ng sinabi ni Ma'am Jeza kanina, ang quantitative research ay objective and free from personal bias. Walang kinikilingan, walang pinoprotektahan, serbisyong totoo lamang. Okay, so objective, ito ay may pinagbabasehan. Next one, ito po ay gumagamit ng sophisticated analysis. Okay, when using sophisticated analysis, when we use statistical techniques, it facilitates sophisticated analysis at it allows to comprehend a huge amount of vital characteristics of data. Okay? Next one. It is faster. Data collection is relatively faster and easier to do. So, it is especially useful kapag mas marami ang ating population, mas marami ang ating sample size, because it could speedily generate an accurate, precise, and credible results. Okay? And the last one, it is replicable. Isa sa mga strengths ng quantitative research ay pwede siyang ulitin. Standardized approaches allow the study to be replicated in several areas or over time with the formulation of comparable findings. Okay? Next one. Siyempre, kung meron tayong strengths of quantitative research, meron ding weaknesses of quantitative research. Ano kaya ang mga weaknesses ng quantitative research? Una, it needs a larger number of respondents. Okay? So, dahil mas marami ang iyong number of respondents, ang inyong population, so mas malaki ang sample, the more statistically accurate the findings are. So, dapat, mas marami tayong isosolve. Next one, it is costly. Okay? Siyempre, dahil mas marami tayong respondents, mas marami tayong kailangang interview, at gagamit tayo siyempre ng questionnaire. So, we have to produce questionnaires for each of our respondents. So, medyo costly siya. Next one, contextual factors are ignored. Okay, when we say that contextual factors are ignored, it doesn't consider the distinct capacity of the respondents to share and elaborate further information, unlike in qualitative research. Okay? In qualitative research, siguro kapag tinanong ka namin, masaya ka ba? Anong nararamdaman mo ngayong araw? Sasabihin niya, masaya ako. Kasi, ganito, magbibigay tayo ng dahilan. Pero in quantitative research, what do we ask? Paano natin tatanungin kung ang respondents natin ay masaya? Ano ang level ng kasiyahan mo ngayon? Ikaw ba ay 5? Sobrang saya? 4? Medyo masaya? 3? Hindi gaanong masaya? 2? Hindi masaya? And number 3, walang nararamdaman. Okay? So, nakita nyo ba ang pagkakaiba? Hindi na tayo tinanong ng, sige nga, explain mo nga. Kumbaga, nagkaroon na tayo ng numerical equivalent sa mga, ito yung tinatawag na Likert scale at ito yung pag-aaralan pa natin sa mga susunod nating aralin. Next one, it is difficult to gather using structured research instruments. Siyempre, difficult to gather using structured research instruments. Merong mga topics na mahirap, katulad na lang ng mga sensitive issues like premarital sex, domestic violence, and others. Next one. Meron pa bang next? Data from the questionnaires may be incomplete and accurate and not accurate if not done correctly. Okay? So, syempre, dahil mas marami ang ating respondents, mas marami tayong kailangang lagyan ng statistical treatment. At baka mamaya, yung iba sa ating researchers ay hinuhulaan na. Mamaya, they are just guessing or in answering the instrument. Okay. And that's all for our lesson in Module 1A, describing the characteristics, strengths, and weaknesses of quantitative research. So on this part, you can now answer your activities and sana ay nakatulong si Ma'am Jeza. If you have questions, feel free to send a message to your teacher. Bye guys!